Hi, I'm Greg, and welcome to America's Last Great Places. Today, we're going to visit the Okefenokee Swamp in South Georgia, the #1 rated last great place in the South Atlantic coastal plain ecoregion, and among the top 100 last great places in the lower 48 states. The relatively flat South Atlantic coastal plain ecoregion stretches from northeast Florida to Charleston, South Carolina. Covering just over 400,000 acres in South Georgia, the Okefenokee National Wildlife Refuge encompasses almost all of the world-renowned Okefenokee Swamp, one of the world's largest intact freshwater ecosystems. It is the largest national wildlife refuge in the eastern United States, and an Audubon Important Bird Area and a Nature Conservancy ecoregional priority site. The 7-mile Swamp Island Drive leads to several trails on the east side of the refuge. Today, we've got the Boardwalk Trail to ourselves to go visit the Okefenokee Swamp. A 1.5-mile boardwalk leads to the 40-foot high Owl's Roost Observation Tower with an expansive view of one of the swamp's open lakes, Seagrove Lake. Spanish moss hangs from the oaks, but it is neither Spanish nor a moss. It's an epiphyte, a plant that grows on another plant. Swamps are wooded wetlands. Cypress trees are abundant in the Okefenokee Swamp. And marshes, also called wet prairies, are wetlands with grasses and other non-wooded vegetation. Over 30,000 acres of other upland vegetation communities occur in the refuge, including the endangered longleaf pine woodland, which once covered vast areas of the southeast, but now less than 5% of its original extent remains. Trees marked with white bands are older growth longleaf pines that have cavities for nesting red-cockaded woodpeckers. Okefenokee Swamp is the headwaters of two rivers, the St. Mary's River, which flows east along the Georgia-Florida border to the Atlantic Ocean, and the famous Suwannee River, which flows southwest to the Gulf of Mexico. The slow-moving waters are tea-colored due to the tannic acid released from decaying vegetation. Each last great place is evaluated on 7 key factors. They are scored and ranked against thousands of other places, both in their ecoregions and across the country. Okefenokee has relatively low landscape diversity, as is true for much of the coastal plain. It does have 32 different upland and wetland ecosystems, and its habitat for several threatened species. The Okefenokee has a very low human footprint over its vast area, and it's the best site in the ecoregion in terms of low human modification effects. The Okefenokee has excellent vegetation condition, and its resilience against the effects of climate change are the highest within all sites in the ecoregion. The Okefenokee is managed by the U.S. Fish and Wildlife Service for biodiversity conservation.